Hello everyone, Ragewood here, back with another video looking at our weekly arena fights that we have here in Season 3. This week, I think, is a pretty hard one. If we take a look at the teams in front of us, obviously, we've got Hivitar, Ogok, Rava, Dalbum, and Sigrid. And then we've got Chrysos, Sagamir, Horus, Adolphus, and Corion on the blue team. And I think it's tough because we've got one team that is heavy damage and then one team which doesn't appear to be, at least at a glance. The Hivitar team seems like, say, the one that's going to smack. You've got Rava, who's going to be placing the frost for Hivitar to blow up, as well as Sigrid, because it puts a debuff up for Sigrid to get her multi-hits. Ogok obviously brings the immortality, and Dalbum has a immortal himself, I suppose. Problem is the other side, so he's got a lot of survivability. You've got the shields for Adolphus. Chrysos, I think, I don't actually own him, I think puts shields and things on himself as well. Sagamir with the ultimate gauge. Horus has got a bit of control, so it is a tough one. I'm just going to quickly look at Chrysos, because as I said, I don't actually own him. Passive, when the shield's depleted or a spell vanishes, 50% shoot, converts into healing, so that pairs well with Adolphus. 75 chance dispelling a buff, grants a shield to the lowest ally, cool. And dispels all enemy shields, deals fire damage, with attack penalty. Meanwhile, grants a shield to each ally. Okay, yeah, so shields and attack penalty now. So, yeah, it's a particularly tough one, but let's go take a look together. And then we'll cast my vote with you guys in the video. So if we click Learn More, it opens up the website page, as we are used to now. And I'll just bring this across for everyone to see. The pictures are always awful, but we want to try and get this right so we can get our 200 wyrmarrow. Now, I think this is week 5 or 6, and I've got 2 wrong. I think I'm 2 and 3. I think this is week 6. Anywho, let's take a look. See, so first off we have the red team. Now we have Hivitar with her exclusive artifact in the aerial set, so her crit damage increases her attack. She's got the arena gloves, which means she gains attack when someone dies, which is okay if she lives, like the long battle, as it were. But you know, outside of that, maybe a bit useless if she dies first. Rava is in our Witch's Remains, which is fine because his ultimate is proccing, like, I think 8 times in the time it goes off. Empress set, so giving a bit of skill haste, and if his attack is higher than everyone else's, he gets additional benefits. Although I don't think he will do, but we'll see that in a moment. He's in the Tunnel Cloak, so every time he inflicts a debuff, he has a chance of removing a buff from the enemy, which again just pairs quite nicely with the Frost, because it's a debuff, and the Witch's Remains as well. Sigrid's in the Organ, so increases the damage of our ranged units, which is these 4. Also in an Emperor's set. Also she's in the gloves, where she gets increased attack for every skill haste she has. So again, I don't know how much skill haste she's got. Could be good, maybe not so. Ogok is in the Everlasting Diamond, which is the Season 2 Fey Meander artifact, so increases his healing by 25% and also grants him resistance. Mona Lee set, so when he does cast his ultimate, he grants a heal based on his max HP. And also in the Mythic chest, which has a chance to increase your healing. Dalbum, Bars Jar, has the Ancestral Protection set, so he takes 15% less damage himself, but also takes, I think, 15% damage of the other allies. And then I think it's called the Massive chest, I can't remember exactly which one that does off the top of my head, but we'll take a quick peek. One of these. He dispels one debuff from himself when he casts their ultimate. Okay, so that's interesting to know. Right, and I'm gonna be leaning this way just whilst I zoom in on myself and get closer to the screen. Doing this, I don't think helps too much for you guys, but maybe it does. So Hivitar's got a little over 4k attack, 106 crit rate, 260% crit damage. So he's gonna smack hard. It's just she's got to survive. We then have Ogok. He's got about 72k health, so he's going to give a nice sort of heal if he casts his ultimate. 350 accuracy, which is somewhat relevant, I suppose, for his attack down on his battle skill. Enlightenment, though, is 296, so decent as well for the heal. Rava has 3,100 attack, 93 crit rate. Accuracy's kind of low as well. Well, I say kind of low, it's 250. Not as high as it could be. We'll see what the resistance is for the other side. But yeah, that Emperor set isn't going to benefit too much until we see, obviously, the enemy. But it doesn't look like it will. 3k attack isn't massive. We've then got Dalbum. He's our frontliner. Around 80k HP, 4k defense. He's just there to absorb stuff. 160 odd resistance. And then lastly, Sigrid. Wow, that one is terribly blurry. My guess is around 4k attack. It looks like 2/7 something. Doesn't look like she's crit capped, but again, I can't make that out. 100 and 200 accuracy for maybe her attack down. Skill haste 60. So those gloves aren't providing a huge benefit, but it's not providing nothing either. And then we have the hero position. So they're all clumped up there to benefit, I guess. As you know, he's in a Mona Lisa set, not a Puppeteers, so I mean, I don't know why you'd keep them all squashed together. Sagomir could have a field day if he gets back there. But interesting positioning using Hivitar's attack aura. So that is the red team. Let's go take a look at the blue ones together. So here is the blue team. So blue team, slightly different artifacts and setup here. We have Sagomir with the Black Cage, I think it's called. So he'll start with a shield, and then whoever breaks that shield gets attacked down. It also brings us some accuracy, which is good for his ultimate. Tundra Tenacity set, so he takes 25% less damage if it's not a crit. So it won't apply to Hivitar, but will apply to some of the others in the opposite team. Got the same chest which dispels the debuff when he casts his ultimate. Horus in the blast jar. See, for me, I would have maybe put that on Horus because Horus needs accuracy, but we'll see how we go. So 60% defense, also has a chance to deal some damage. Ancestral protection, so again reducing the damage to the entire team and taking less himself. And we've got the tunnel cloak chest. Again, I'd swap that over. So when he places a debuff on the enemy, he has a chance to remove a buff, but he's only got attack down on his battle skill. And Taunt, I think, is cast as control rather than a debuff, so it doesn't really make sense. Corian, love Corian. One of the best rare healers in the game, if not is the best rare healer. I've used him in the other world challenges for the last 2 seasons, including this one when it starts. So he's in the staff. So percentage of his heal will be converted to a shield. Well, for the overhealing, it becomes a shield. Also in a Mona Lisa set, so when he casts his ultimate, he will heal someone as well, based on his HP. And we're in the mythic chest, which boosts healing, or has a chance to, by 50%. That's healing and shielding as well, so it might include the overheal shield conversion as well from the staff. Really low cooldown on his ultimate too. Just can't say enough good things about Corian as a healer. Just great. Adolphus in the anti-tiaras, the tiara, which increases shields. Puppeteer set, so anyone surrounding him benefits from his defense. And again, he's got the increased shield, which will be good for Horus. Horus also has a boost. Actually, there's something else to think about. So Horus boosts the turn meter of someone on his battle skill, and so does Sagamir. Now, Sagamir does it, I think it's on... is it the highest attack? Let's have a quick look. Again, don't have Sagamir. But you can manipulate them in some way sometimes. Sagamir, so he has the carrot, provides a carrot at regular intervals to the ally with the lowest current HP, granting 1 stack over time. Okie dokie. And recharges their ultimate energy by 20%. Now, lowest current HP. Now, does that include starting HPs? That is one question to consider. Or is it percentage of, as it were? So, in theory, let's say you've got 3 heroes with 60k and 1 hero with 20k. You would suspect that it would always go to the 20k because it's the lowest HP. But if it's a percentage, then it might not. So that's something to consider. Adolphus has something similar. Where is he? He's there. Grant a shield to ally for 10 seconds, recharging their ultimate energy. Now, this is somewhat random, but you can manipulate it as well. Megan works similarly, where generally they'll give it to whoever's taken like the most damage, like a frontline or something like that. So something else to consider, we've got 2 boosters on this team, which could boost potentially Horus, Chrysos, or even Sagamir if he's using his battle skill to dart to the back. Looking at the stats once again, Chrysos almost with 100k HP, 3k defense, an average defense. Attack, you'd expect it to be low, 260 accuracy, small amount of skill haste. So Rava as well is going to have higher attack than most of these looking at them. So that will be relevant for the set, the Emperor set after all. Sagamir, again, almost 100k himself. Very squishy though, 1500 defense, just over 2k attack, 80% crit rate, almost 200k crit damage, 220 odd accuracy. So not crit capped. Could still potentially pack a punch. I don't know what his damage scales off. Let's go back quickly to him. You would assume HP. Yeah, so it scales off at max HP and a little bit of attack. So the fact that he's got 100k could do something. Could potentially hit quite hard. Horus, 200 accuracy, little over 3k defense, 100k HP again. You know, very beefy boys on this side. Adolphus, sort of 40k, sort of more in line with 3k defense, 400 enlightenment, so it's going to be some big shields coming out from him. And then Corian doesn't really matter. He's one of those unique heroes as well, where you can just build in with whatever, because his heal scales off the guys he's healing essentially. So you would in theory assume that he'll go fairly tanky build. 60k, 67k-ish HP, quite squishy defense, only 1500, 200 resistance, and 122 skill haste, so very fast. He's going to get that heal off very quickly. And that's how they are. So we're going to have Dalbum directly opposite Horus, with essentially you've got the other 3 sort of leaning at the back here. So, oh, this is tough. I guess it very much depends who's going to get these boosts. I think you can get the attack down off. Hiratar might not be so great. Sagami is going to charge in himself. That's blue team. Oh, golly. See, Hiratar is kitted out like a mean person. So you'd be inclined to click her with Sigrid. Gosh, but if you get the taunt off on Ogok, then you're not going to be able to place the invulnerability to stop Sagamir from slashing back there. I think I'm going to go blue. They're all pretty tanky. We're going to get the boosts from the Sagamir and the Adolphus. I think that's going to be our choice this week. We are going to click blue team and we are going to submit. There we are. Application submitted. There we go. So that is my choice, guys. Let me know what you picked. Look after yourselves, alright, in the week ahead. Work hard, but remember to play harder. And I'll see you in another video soon. Cheers.